Hello, good evening, fellow citizens. Good evening. Welcome to your number one thought provoking program, the Social Digest, brought to you by CORE, Congress of Reform in Ethics, presented by your one and only senior citizen. What are we digesting today, folks? What are we digesting today? Faith, hope, and belief. Faith, hope, and belief. Interesting topic, isn't it? If I may ask, what do you have faith in? What do you have faith in? And what really is faith? What really is faith? You see, there's a lot of opinion and assertion on faith, hope, and belief to a large extent that has festered our society and has become a cliche. Faith, according to the Bible, and I'm using the Bible, not the dictionary, but the Bible. I am using the Bible as a reference point because most of the misinterpretation of faith that most speakers made are in reference to the Bible. According to Hebrews, folks, Hebrews 11:1 quotes, "Now faith is substance of things hoped for, and evidence of unseen things." Now, faith is substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. What is substance? What is substance? Substance can be referred to as a constituent of a thing or the main parts. The parts needed to form something. These are what are referred to as what? Substance. If that's something, folks, if that's something you need, it's intangible, substance can be referred to as a virtue, moral, character. Folks, in a nutshell, what it takes to get what you want in life. These are what I actually refer to as what? Substance. For example, let me give you a typical example. For example, if you want a car, what are the substances or what are the substance for you to get a car? First of all, you need money, isn't it? And how do you get money? It's either you work for it, still, or inherited. These are the substances needed to get the car. If you want to be an engineer, a lawyer, a cook, whatever the profession may be, you need to avail yourself to the substances that are made up of either of these professions. There are substances, there are things that are made up of engineering, law, or being a cook, a carpenter, a mechanic. If you want to be any of them, you need to avail yourself to these substances. While you are at it, folks, while you are acquiring these substances, you are showing the evidence of things to come. You are not yet a mechanic. You are not yet the carpenter you want to be. You are not yet the lawyer. You are not yet the cook. While you are acquiring these substances, you are showing the evidence of wanting to be the lawyer or a lawyer, the evidence of wanting to be the engineer or an engineer. Folks, this is what Hebrews 11:1 is telling us. When we see a dark cloud, what do we anticipate? There is going to be a rain. Folks, even though you have not seen the rain yet, evidence of unseen things. There's always an evidence. Folks, but the substances needed for it to rain has already taken place. That is why the weather forecast guys will come and tell you, they can predict and tell you, oh, there's going to be a rain at this particular time. Because they have what it takes, okay, to see these substances and then alert you that there's going to be a rain at this point in time. We can sometimes tell, folks, we can tell whether a girl, okay, will be a good wife, a boy will be a good husband, or a trainee will be a good master, based on certain evidences they exhibit. And these evidences are predicated, are based on certain virtues they have, certain substances they possess. Therefore, we can hope and believe that they will be what they are exhibiting. You see where the hope and belief comes from. We can hope and believe. Our hope and belief are definitely based on something, are based on substance. Folks, hope and belief are predicated, are based on faith. Are based on faith, which is substances for things we hope for. Let me explain this to you. Between a hospital department and an engineering department, folks, between a hospital department and an engineering department, which of these two would you look up for cure when you are sick? Which of this? When you are sick, you don't wake up and go to an engineering department for cure. No. Folks, when you are sick, you go to a hospital department. Why is that so? Because you believe the hospital department have the substances to cure you. You believe the hospital department have what it takes to cure you, not the engineering department. So you see, our belief in life are based on what? Substances. Folks, our belief in life are based on what? Substances. That is why you believe. Okay, in the hospital. So when you walk to the hospital and then you narrate your issue to them and they are able to cure you, then that grows what? Your belief in that particular department. When you walk to the hospital and they are not able to cure you, what happened? Let's say you've gone to the hospital about one, first, second, third time, and they are not able to cure you. What happened? Your belief in that department diminishes. Folks, therefore our belief in life are based on what? Substance. Are based on what? Faith. Folks, we believe in God. Folks, we believe in God because God is of all substance, possesses all virtue, had all the abilities to make things happen. That is why we believe in God. Folks, God is the master of all faith. And the same God kept telling us that we should have faith. We should have faith. How then can one have faith? Folks, When you go back to the Bible, Romans 10:17, quote, it says, "So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing the word of God." Hearing the word of God. So now, then faith cometh by hearing, Romans 10:17, and hearing the word of God. Once again, when you peruse the Bible, hearing here means what? Understanding. Understanding. Understanding the word of God. Understanding the word of God. And what is the word of God? Fellow citizen, fellow Christians, the word of God is not restricted to the Bible. No. The word of God is not restricted to the Bible. The word of God is also related to his creation. Everything around us that he created is what? By the word. Is by the word. Everything around us that he created is by the word. The whole universe, folks, was actually created by the word, according to the Bible. According to the Bible. So therefore, the word of God is not restricted to the Bible. You remember this? Genesis 1:3, let there be, and there was. Let there be, and there was. And hearing means what? Understanding. Okay, there is a difference between listening and hearing. If someone says, I hear you, meaning they understood you. Folks, meaning they understood you. Therefore, understanding the things God created, meaning understanding the word of God, understanding the things God created, gives us substance, gives us abilities, and this is faith. God is a master of all faith, and he created the whole universe, everything within it, with the word. With the word. Folks, he created everything within it with the word. So therefore he said, the only way you can acquire the faith that I have is by understanding my word. Understanding my word. Folks, this is what is telling us. The only way you can acquire the faith that I possess is by what? Understanding the word. Because it is my word that is used to create whatever it is. So studying and understanding what God created gives us faith, gives us ability for whatever we want in life. You see, everything man created came from understanding the word of God, understanding the things he created. Everything man created. Everything man created. Think about it. Everything man created came from that. Folks, just think about it. Everything man created. Aircraft, folks, aircraft were built from understanding, studying and understanding birds. Birds. What are birds? What are birds? The word of God, created by the word. According to the Bible, he created everything by the word. Let there be fishes, let there be animals, let there be this, and they were created. So birds are the word of God. So studying the word of God, which happens to be birds, man creates aircrafts, folks. Gone are the days when men were told, you know, you can't fly. If a man was made to fly, God would have given them wings. But when men began to study the word of God, which is the creation of God, they possess a substance. They have abilities for whatever it is they want. So aircrafts were actually built from studying and understanding birds. Folks, let's go to computers. Computers were built from studying and understanding the human brain. And the brain happens to be what? By the word. Folks, by the word. Okay? Helicopters were built from studying and understanding dragonfly. That is why, nations that spend billions in research, nations that are doing well today, these are nations that spend time in research, studying the sun, studying the moon, studying animals, studying stuff. And they happen to be the nations that have faith for whatever it is that they want in life. They built it. As compared to nations that actually restrict the word of God to the Bible. No, the word of God is not restricted to the Bible. Are also related to his creation. His creation. For a virgin to give birth, was first done by God. You remember Mary in the Bible? Was first done by God. When man began to study, or when man studied the anatomy of the female body, okay, now men, we can also make a virgin give birth through what? Artificial insemination. So everything around us, think of whatever it is, happens to be what? The study of nature. Everything around us happens to be what? The study of nature. Even the Bible. Okay? The Bible enjoins us that if you want wisdom, we should go and study the ants. It says if you want wisdom, go and study the ants. What are ants? Folks, the creation of God by the word. By the word. So the word of God is not restricted to the Bible. Folks, they are definitely not restricted to the Bible. Okay? And countries that spend time in research, studying nature, studying stuff, have faith. They have what it takes. They have the ability to do what they want in life. As compared to countries that restrict themselves to the Bible when it comes to studying the Word of God. Folks, having substance for things we hope for in life are so significant, folks, are so significant. To the extent that no matter how little it is, make things possible. Folks, no matter how little it is, make things possible. You see, if men do not know how to fly in our airspace, there is no way, folks, there is no way we can fly to the moon. Okay, so the little faith, the little ability we have in flying in our airspace, that gave us the ability to now go to the moon. The little ability we have, the little knowledge we have, flying in our airspace, it gave us the ability to go to the moon. Every advanced development we achieve in life became possible of little things we know. Little substances, we possess it. Little faith, we have. Every advanced achievement we know today started from the little things we know. This is why in Hebrews 17:20 quotes, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, folks, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you know the mustard seed, you see how small it is. It says, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible for you. Nothing will be impossible. If you have faith as small as what? A mustard seed, nothing will be impossible. All great achievements were actually based on little things we know in life. All great achievement. That is why the Lord enjoined us. Have faith, have faith, have faith, have faith. And mostly when we read the Bible, it's not saying have faith in me. No. It is not saying have faith in me. It's saying have faith. You see, you can have faith in somebody. And when you have faith in that person, it's also based on substance. Okay? That is what is referred to as what? Believe. That's what the dictionary quoted it as what? Believe. Okay? And that belief is also based on what? Faith is based on substance. So our belief are actually predicated on faith, on substance. Folks? Okay? And you know, these actually remind me, this little faith thing remind me of a story of a large broken ship. Several engineers were contracted, okay, to fix the ship, to fix a broken ship, but to no avail. And an old engineer was contracted. Folks, an old engineer was contracted. This is an old man who barely walked, managed to get to the site with his tools. And everyone was surprised. Why this old man? Why this old man? What can he do? I mean, if the young guys, the Harvard guys, come on, Harvard guys don't solve engineering stuff. What to call it? The MIT guys, you know, were contracted, and they came around, do whatever they have to do, and they were not able to solve the problem. This old man was actually contracted, and he managed to get to the scene. Okay, everybody there was surprised. Okay, the old man went around the ship with a hammer behind him. Okay, got to where the engine is, folks. He got to where the engine is and carefully observed the engine and used his hammer to tap a component on the engine. Then the old man asked the owners of the ship to start the ship. A single turn, folks, a single turn of the ignition key, the engine started. Wow, the ship is alive. And everybody there was amazed. They were all amazed. They were all clapping for this old man. They were, wow, how did he do that? The owners said, how did he do that? Fantastic. Then the owners of the ship asked the old man for their damage, meaning how much would he charge for the job done. The old man said, $100,000. $100,000. What? Exclaimed one of the owners of the ship. They were surprised. And one of them said, he barely did nothing. He just tapped the engine. And he's taking $100,000 for tapping the engine? So they asked the old man to give them an itemized bill. And guess what? Guess what the old man did? They asked the old man to give them an itemized bill. The old man picked a piece of paper and a pen and wrote down the following. Item 1. Tapping the engine with a hammer is $1. Tapping the engine with a hammer is $1. Item 2. Knowing where to tap. Knowing where to tap is $99,999. Knowing where to tap, $99,999. Interesting, isn't it? This is why some say knowledge is power. Folks, knowledge is power. Faith, folks, is substance of things hoped for. Faith is the ability you have for whatever it is you hope for. This is what faith is. You see? Faith is the ability. You see? Faith must be put to work before it can benefit us. You see? When you acquire all the faith in engineering, you now have the ability in engineering. You now have ability in cooking. You now have ability in law. You have ability in carpentry, in whatever the profession may be. Okay? And you did not use it. You did not put it to work. How would it benefit you? Of course not. That's why they say faith must be put to work, okay, for it to benefit you. That's why when you read James 2:14-26 said, and I quote, "What does it benefit? What does it profit, my brethren? What does it profit? Right? What does it benefit? Okay? If someone says, I have faith, but does not have works, what does it benefit? If someone says, I have faith, but does not have work, can the faith save him? Can it benefit him?" And when you go through to 15, it says, if a brother or a sister is naked and destitute of daily food, folks, this is the Bible. I'm quoting the Bible. James 2:14-26. When you go to 15, it says, if a brother or a sister is naked or destitute of daily food, and 16 says, and one of you says to them, depart, as we always used to say, go, depart, go, folks, in peace, be warmed and filled. The brother is naked, is destitute of daily food, and he said, be warm and what? Filled. But you do not give them the things which are needed for food and the body. What does it profit? You did not give them the substances, okay, to take care of their needs. What does it profit? And when you read the 7th, it says, thus also faith by itself does not have work, is dead. Faith by itself, meaning the ability by itself, the substance by itself, when you do not put it to work, is dead. So is it faith, as the Bible describes it? It's not talking about belief. Constantly when we read the Bible, okay, it's the dictionary that refers faith to believe, and believe here is predicated on faith. It's predicated on substance. So this is what James is telling us. So you can acquire faith in engineering, acquire all the faith, subject yourself to the substances, and now you have faith in engineering. You have the ability in engineering. If you do not put it to work, what does it benefit? Faith is the substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen, folks, and evidence of things not seen. What it is that you hope for? Do you have anything that you hope for? Do you have faith for that? Do you have faith for whatever it is that you want? Meaning, do you have the virtues? Do you have the substances? Do you have the abilities to achieve that? Whatever it is that you want, do you have faith? Do you have the virtues? Do you have the substances? Do you have the abilities for that? If not, don't hope. Don't hope or believe. Interesting, isn't it? If not, don't hope or believe. Because you see, hope and believe will aggravate your worries, will make your worries wet without faith. Hope and believe. Okay? If you need something, whatever it is that you need, you must acquire faith. Okay? Then once you acquire faith and you are putting your faith to work, then you can hope and believe to get what you want. But if you do not acquire faith for that particular thing, and you sit down and you are hoping and you believe and believing, just as we mostly go to the church, whatever it is, we should sit down and then believe, and we'll be believing for God knows how long. Okay? Because hope and belief will make your worry worse without faith, because they are based on faith. They are based on faith. They are based on faith. Okay? That is why sometimes if you want to acquire, if you want to be an engineer, or maybe you want to build a house, whatever it is, all right? What do we need? What are the substances to get a house? You need to go through those substances. And whilst you are acquiring those substances, you know one day I'll get a house. So therefore, you can believe. But now when you don't have the substances for whatever it is that you want for, and you sit down and you believe. And we have these terms in our country. Debi ebeye. You know, debi ebeye. And we'll be moving on debi ebeye. That meaning, you know, we could be believing. And we are not acquiring the faith. We are not acquiring the abilities to get whatever we want. And debi ebeye. And then those who are the debi ebeye, you see them, they die and buried without achieving whatever it is they want in life. And those who are constantly chasing, acquiring abilities, acquiring for faith, acquiring. Alright? If you want to know something about accounting, he subjects himself to what? The substances that made up of account, and then he acquired the abilities in accounting, and now he can use the accounting. Now that he has faith in accounting, he can use it to get what he wants. These are people who are making, or that people who are going on in life. Folks, faith is substance of things hoped for and evidence of things not seen. Folks, hope and belief are based on what? Faith. Therefore, I urge you to seek faith, seek substance, seek abilities in whatever it is you want in life. Seek faith, folks, which is the substance of things hoped for. The substance of things hoped for is faith. The substance of things hoped for is faith. And nothing will be impossible for you. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for listening. Watch out for more videos, for more presentation coming your way by Social Digest. Social Digest. Thank you very much for listening.